Yo, yo, yo! What's good, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Welcome to episode 122 of the Grease Pole Podcast. Appreciate you taking part. New episodes drop each and every Monday on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We are also simulcast on YouTube, where you can see our faces and our studio where we keep adding new things every week. We're Sans V this week. She's doing stuff, but we've got a Kraken shirt with her name and number on it here, sitting here on it. It's not. So I realized as we did this, I'm like, this looks like a memorial medal. It's almost as if she's dead.
She ain't though.
She's absolutely not. She is now a member of. She's now in her 30s. We celebrated her birthday over the weekend. So yeah, welcome to old. You know, I'm no longer the crotchety old person in the house. There's two of us.
It happens fast too,
doesn't it though?
once you hit 30.
Yeah, man. Like I turned 35 in April and I'm like, the fuck? Like, what happened, man? Like the clock's ticking.
Yep.
The clock's ticking. I don't like it, man.
Wait until you get here, man. 42. Wait until you get here.
Dude, it's not far. I'm now as close to that as I was to my 30th.
Mm-hmm.
Weird, man. You know shit like your parents tell you when you're a kid that you pay no attention to, and then like now, like we tell our kids this. It's like repeat button, dude. Like cliches, time flies. Before you know it, you're gonna be my age. Yeah. Yeah.
The one I used to always get is, be nice to your sister. One day it's all you're going to have.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus,
My mom,
that's dark.
My mom, pretty dark.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Sister's still with us, though?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
All right, predictions held true so far.
Yes.
That's good, man. That's good. Yeah. At some point, folks are going to start dropping like flies, because I've made it this far without really any huge losses. Then again, gene pool not very large on my end. So, you know, I tell V all the time, you bring more people into this than me, you know, and I'm the one that brought a kid in.
Yeah.
But other than that, in immediates, not a lot going on. Well, you know, everybody's out of state.
Yeah.
Everybody's out of state. And then it's like we're 5 minutes from where they live and we don't let them know we're here. So to be fair, though, if any kinfolk are listening, we did only have about 24 hours. So that's how I'm going to cover our tracks until next time we're up there. I don't know what the excuse will be then, but I will come up with one.
No, I do that all the time. Like when we go up to New York, you know, I still have family there. I have cousins and such, and not that I don't want to see them. It's just it's a very limited amount of time.
So here's the thing about a vacation, man. It's because I haven't had a lot of them in my life. When I do go somewhere, I don't want to, all due respect, I don't want to adhere to your schedule.
Yeah.
I want to be able to do what I want. This is a regular day for you, and I understand you're excited, but I'm like, this is my getaway here. This is my zen, my good headspace, and I don't
decompression.
Exactly. That's the word I was looking for. I went Phil Jackson, and like you're fucking with me by giving me all these criteria. Yep. I don't want to be at your house by this time. No, thank you.
Nope.
I want to do what I want to do, and if that sounds selfish, I don't really give a shit.
That's the whole idea of a vacation.
Right. Right. You know,
be selfish for a couple days.
Yes. Fuck off. You're not going to tell me what to do. I get that enough. You know, we all get that enough. In life, but like I'm not here for you.
So when we go up, we go camping, right? So even less inclined to want to go do something, because when you go camping, the whole idea is to just unwind and stay at camp as much as possible.
Elements, yeah.
Just be there. I don't want to like go, especially where we go. Like it's 40 minutes into town, man. I don't want to do that. It's over exaggerating, but like the good town, the big town,
right?
40 minutes. I ain't trying to do that. I don't want to.
No,
I would like to sit here at camp. I would like to collect firewood. Yes. And I would like to take a nap at some point. Because I can.
Dude. Yeah, I want to be out in the elements. I want to shut off all electronics, and let's pretend it's 1968 for a while.
Yeah.
You know, which sounds appealing to me, dude. Like I don't know, man. the older I get, like your mentality changes. Because for years I was like, I'm a city person. And then like we go out to V's mom's, and it's just like, I like this. You're away from everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, cell service, you have it. It's not a horror movie in 2002.
Yeah.
But it's not what it is here either. You're not dealing with 5G towers everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is optimal, dude. Let me just sit in a hammock and just rock back and forth and fall asleep like an old person.
So we were out in the middle of nowhere in Georgia, like a couple weeks back.
The Peach State.
And, you know, I didn't get a real taste of Georgia because we just drove. We drove through it, and then we stayed for a couple days, but we stayed at the one place. We didn't go anywhere.
Right.
Where we were was kind of awesome because it's like this farmhouse in this town that really is basically a neighborhood. That's
Fuck
it.
Yes, dude.
And so like you go outside, there's just land, like just trees.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
So is this an old white guy thing or not? Because I'm curious. We've never had this discussion, I don't believe. When you guys drove to Georgia, right?
Yep.
So that's right, because we talked a couple weeks ago about optimal departure times for road trips. Am I the only one? I say that like we're like there's fucking 47 of us here.
Yeah.
Are you also like oddly fascinated by like abandoned buildings and gas stations and old shit?
Always.
Dude, I want to stop at every one.
All the time.
They're so fucking cool.
I'm sure I've told you the abandoned. You remember Centera used to be in With? That might be before your time. But I mean, it closed in.
I used to hang out with a lot.
Closed in like 04 maybe.
That's right around when I started hanging with.
Okay, so there used to be a hospital in With. There's a school there now.
Okay.
They closed it down in 03, 04. I lived on a street right around the corner from there at 420.
Holy grail, dude.
And guess what I did?
Hung in the abandoned Centera?
You goddamn right. We went in an abandoned hospital.
As you fucking
several times. I almost died there too, but we won't get into that. That's a story for another day. You're goddamn right. We went exploring in an abandoned hospital. How cool is that?
You have to, dude.
You have to.
It's weird, man. I stumbled a couple years ago across like these people on YouTube that explore like they covered like shopping malls and shopping centers and like the boom, and they go back and here's what they used to be, and then they go look. He's one of them. Yes. Okay. He's one of them. Yep. And I remember he was on RFR, right? So, and then that began this entire niche of abandoned buildings. And once YouTube picks up an algorithm, so
keep feeding that to you.
Yeah, dude, it's like I don't know, man. And it's also like the more you get away from the beaten path and away from society, the more fascinating they are. Because it's like, what happened here back in the day? You know?
Do you ever get into the like abandoned theme parks,
abandoned stadiums, all of it, dude?
So that means you've seen the Silverdome one.
Yes, Bright Sun Film. Shout out to him. As if he fucking needs it. He should shout out us. You know? But yeah, dude, they're great. There's abandoned racetrack ones.
Oh yeah.
Fucking whatever the one is in North Carolina. I can't remember. Not a huge NASCAR guy. But dude, yeah, like it's that's what was great about when we drove to Philly and the way we took was that we went the way the V suggested, and you're driving through a lot of areas like that. And it's like, this is so much better than 95, dude.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you got to go, Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel, but who gives a shit? Yeah. You got to pay the toll, but that's it. That's the only toll you pay. You're not paying, $8 to drive through Delaware for 10 minutes so that all the douchebags that live there can live tax-free while you get gouged to drive through their shithole of a state for 10 minutes. That's not how this is going to work, Delaware. You can go fuck yourself.
Delaware.
Cheek state. Cheeks, dude.
We stayed in Wilmington for a weekend once. I can't complain about Wilmington, but we also did not really explore it. so I can't give it too much love either. I just know that Wilmington was okay.
Really?
But what am I really saying?
Wilmington, Delaware, solid.
But, I mean, Wilmington's like what, a hop, skip, and a jump from Philly and New York and everything too.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because there's also Rehoboth.
Yes.
They have a shoreline in Delaware.
Mm-hmm.
I've been through Delaware. I don't believe my foot has ever touched Delaware soil. I don't think. And I feel like my life is probably better off for that. But yeah, dude, it was a cool drive because you drive through, a bunch of, backwoods country roads and shit. I'm also not, the older I get, as we talk about old dude stuff, I'm not great at driving at night anymore on country roads, dude. Give me a city and I'm good.
Yeah.
Country roads, though, I'm not. John Denver, fuck you, man. V had to drive for that stretch because I was like, this isn't something I'm advantageous at anymore.
I need to get new glasses because mine are all scuffed and scratched and stuff. So I need new glasses to be able to drive at night again. But yes, the eyes not quite once what they were, and driving anywhere at night right now for your boy is not great.
Same, dude. Biggest thing that will send me into a Chris Benoit level rage. People behind you with the brights on.
Oh, dude.
I cannot fucking
God, I hate that
shit. Isn't it the worst, dude? There's a lot of that around here, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like an obnoxious amount.
Just please don't. Like, I don't know. I sparingly use the brights on the road.
Yeah.
If you've got an empty-ass road, okay.
That's it, dude. The country, the John Denvers. That's the only time that I've ever used them.
But you have to be paying attention because if you see a car coming on, you got to flip those off because you don't want to blind.
Yes.
Like,
you don't
why
want to be
trying
a
to cause wrecks?
I'm saying, dude, it's inconsiderate. And if you ride with your brights on 2 feet behind somebody, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, just go around. Figure out a way around if that's your thing.
Yeah. What are you struggling to see?
Yeah.
Me? I'm right here.
I'm right here, bro.
Yeah, and why? More importantly, sometimes why are they on in a fucking drive-through?
Oh,
I
am thankful that that would drive me up a wall. Like,
it's maddening.
Oh, dude, why?
Yes.
Why would you have your? I can't even words this.
Yeah, no, it's obnoxious, and that's what I'm saying. I don't understand what it is about people, and that's the other thing, dude. Is long road trips is more advantageous. You take back roads because you don't have to deal with as much stupidity.
Yeah.
And because 95 is an absolute nightmare, especially depending on time of day. And that's why it goes back to our previous conversation of, if you're going to road trip, just get your ass up and get out of there before, leave 3, 4 in the morning. I need to know exactly what that sound was.
I was drinking my tea.
Oh,
yeah,
the tea spill.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah. Because we're gonna spill the tea.
Let's spill some tea, man. How are you tonight?
Yeah, I'm good, yo. How are you guys?
We're good, dude. We're good, man. What
bitching old man shit.
Yeah, we're talking old guy shit.
Oh, well, that's actually perfect because the tea that I was about to spill is I actually did a little bit of research. And we had our conversation about legends and stuff in the NHL last week. You know what I didn't know? Jumbo actually hasn't played this year. He's not on a team. He's a free agent.
What? Huh.
Wow.
That's the tea I'm spilling. Yeah.
Well, pick your team back up. We don't want that.
He does not have a contract. He has not played all year.
Wow.
Fuck, dude.
Who knew?
Yeah.
I definitely didn't.
We're definitely not going to see him. We're not going to see him when we go to the Nashville game, but
well,
it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's still going to be fun. I've been locked into the depressing life of a Flyers fan for the last 2 months. We just lost to a college team last night.
God dang, dude. You guys are terrible. How do you lose to the Coyotes?
I told you in the text yesterday.
Find a way.
I'm telling. Yeah, dude. Torts was big mad.
I would be too.
Yeah. Very, very pissed, as he should be. I think he's slowly finding out that he probably was better off just continuing to work for ESPN than taking this particular gig, because he's working for a dumpster fire.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
Yeah, and
100%.
you were making more money and working way less, and probably drinking a lot less too.
Yes.
He hates his life. He's totally going to bathe with a toaster at some point.
It's just frustrating because
I mean,
that start though.
Right. Then the
yeah,
roster,
they had a great start. Those first 2 weeks were great, bud.
It was.
But yeah, no. See, I wanted to call and wish V a happy birthday, but she's not here.
She's not, but you can sing. You can say happy birthday to a T-shirt if you want. We brought her shirt, and then we realized that it almost looks as like a memoriam, as if she's passed, but she hasn't. She turned 30 yesterday.
She's just home.
Yeah, she's home working on stuff.
Well, her 20s have passed. So
they have.
That is a dead part of her now.
You know what? That is R.I.P. to her 20s. And
R.I.P. to your 20s.
Yes,
because now life starts.
It does, and it's welcome to back pain and
old.
Yes,
Yep.
Just sounds for no reason.
Yep.
Metamucil.
I haven't gotten there yet, but it can't be that far.
We absolutely. I don't know. I'm 34. She's newly 30. We have a bottle of, or a jar, I don't know what you'd call it, a container rather, of vitamin C gummies sitting around the house.
I mean, that's a good thing to have, though.
They're very delicious.
Well, that's just smart.
Well,
that's
I don't know that me personally that I don't even know how you obtain vitamin C. I don't even know that I need it. I just know those motherfuckers are good.
Yeah.
And she's had to stop me multiple times because the label,
they're not snacks.
The label,
friend.
right? The label will tell you have 3 of these a day, and I've absolutely gone for more than 3 of the raspberry. And she's like, "No, you can't." And I'm
Please
like,
"Stop."
Yeah, am I going to die though? What's the consequence here? Let's not find out.
Yeah, but let's not. I don't. Death. I don't think so.
You're probably not going to die. You're probably not going to die. You might get some. You might get a rash. You might get a little bit of heart palpitations. But you'll be
those
okay.
are fun.
No.
Yeah, I love when my heart's wonky.
It's fine. It's okay. It's fine.
I'll just watch a fucking Flyers game if I want heart palpitations. So yeah.
There you go. Well, yeah. So the happy birthday, V. Even though you're not going to hear this currently right now live, but happy birthday. We love you so much.
We do.
I was going to gas you up some more. But.
I know, and it's when she was like, "I'm going to stay home and I'm going to work on. I've got some stuff to work on." I was trying to kind of like twist it because she didn't know that you were lined up to sing to her. But I didn't want to tell her. I wanted it to be a surprise. So it's her loss, really.
It's true.
Well, her loss.
Yeah.
Her loss. That's all right.
You know what you missed on Saturday though, Corey?
What?
So I told you off air that we went to my friend Zach's birthday party.
Yes, happy birthday to Zach, by the way.
So Zach and Joe have known each other forever.
Yes,
they used to wrestle.
Yeah.
Tell me why.
Uh-oh.
These motherfuckers at some point collar and elbow and then break off. And then this motherfucker on the line here turns heel on the room.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Explain yourself, maybe?
Well,
what
listen,
happened?
I don't need to explain anything because I don't have anything to prove, Corey. And listen, you gotta pay to play, baby. You gotta pay me for that action.
I thought I hit the hometown discount. What is this?
You gotta pay me for that action. You know what I'm saying?
I'm still waiting on
It is what it is. You gotta pay me for that action.
I'm still waiting.
I'm not
on
doing
those
it for
picks,
free anymore,
dude. I'm still waiting on those picks, man.
He did.
What do you mean? I sent you a dick pic.
Yeah.
Touche.
It's true.
I mean, technically, you are correct.
Yeah.
I sent you our boy, Dick Cheney.
Yes. Yeah. He was a prisoner at one time.
He sure was.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's all. You know what I mean? Like, I got a broken ass neck, so I'm not doing that shit for free anymore.
Fair enough. We don't want you to hurt yourself, man.
That's how it goes.
A good time was had by all, though.
I'm just saying, if I'm gonna hurt myself, I'm gonna be getting paid for it.
Yes, you should absolutely get paid for it. That's the American way.
That's all.
is what they tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It was a great time. It was a great birthday party.
That's good.
It was
man.
a great venue that we were at.
Zach has, I believe, the best and
And
most contagious laugh of any human being I've
dude.
ever been around.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with it.
And there's nothing like being.
And you
Go ahead, Joe.
I was gonna say you guys were down. You guys were down by. You said you went to a bite of Maine, eh? Did you get a lobster roll?
That's what V got. V goes lobster roll. I go shrimp roll. I also had poutine for the first time.
Oh hell yeah!
Holy fucking
There you go.
shit, dude! Game changer. But that's the place that she took me, and it's one of her favorite spots. So that was the birthday dinner. That's how we kickstarted the shenanigans. So yeah, we were out your way, and we took the same way that we did your birthday, and we both like in unison were like, "This is the way we took to Hot Joe's birthday." She's like, "I'm gonna text him." I was like, "Do it." But I forgot you guys had Zach's birthday because yeah, we were hoping maybe you'd be home and shirtless.
No, he was at Zach's party without a shirt.
Oh
no, he was wearing a shirt. He was definitely wearing a shirt.
Well, if you were gonna go all in,
I usually keep my clothes on. Well, I mean, nobody there was a stranger. I could have had my shirt off, but I chose to keep it on.
Well, that's probably the safer route, man. You wouldn't want all those people. I mean, but if you're gonna go full collar and elbow, dude, you didn't wrestle shirtless. So if you're gonna go full blown heel, you gotta go topless, yeah. You don't want to be the kid in the pool with a shirt on. That's me.
I mean, it depends actually, because if you're going heel, like then you don't want to show the goods. You know what I mean?
It's a valid point.
Very true.
It's a valid
Very true.
point.
That's that psychology that yeah.
You know what I mean? But you could also pop the top to belittle everybody because you have the goods. There's two ways to look at that.
That's the way I prefer. I mean, not if I were a wrestler, but that's the way that I would go if I were you, is what I'm trying to say.
To be belittled? That's yeah. Well,
yeah.
You are.
Please belittle me with no shirt on.
We'll save that for the roadie.
Yes,
I tell
we
you,
will.
You mentioned Zach's laugh, and indeed, very infectious.
Absolutely.
So first things first, you witnessed firsthand like the energy that when you get the old YWS guys,
yes,
Zach, Joe, Sean, and myself together.
Yep.
I don't know what to do with this energy. I want to do something with that energy. I don't know what to do with it.
It's a lot. It's definitely a lot, but it's not a lot in a bad way. It's a lot as in like, I don't want to use the word jealous, but I was like, they're having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Not that we weren't, but it was just like, holy shit, dude.
It's constant with us.
Yeah.
Like it's constant. Yeah. And so you saw Zach probably at 80, 75%, would you say, Joe, at your party?
I wouldn't even say 75%. I would say like 60.
Yeah,
I want to see him at 100.
Dude, like he was probably at 120 at his party.
Hey, now, I feel like, though, the shelf life for that is...
That's what he kept saying. He goes, I'm going to be the first to die.
Well, and the other question is, like, that much energy, how much... That's got to be exhausting to constantly give off.
I'd imagine. Know? I mean, but he never tires. Like, he was going and going and going and going and going.
It's admirable, dude. Like, and he has kids, too, yeah?
Yes. Yep. 3 of those motherfuckers.
Yeah, I need to talk to him.
He's just constantly going.
Yeah, dude. Good for him, man. Good for him. What a guy.
Yeah, what a guy.
He also falls in the guy category. What's for dinner tonight, friend?
Same thing I had last Monday night. Tonight I got 2 Northern Atlantic steelhead trout fillets.
That's very specific.
A couple of rice and a spinach salad.
Fuck. Okay, that all sounds good except the green shit.
And I just got this this new Zevia flavor was on sale at Kroger. It was cran raspberry, and it's delicious as fuck.
Shout out to the blue place, the less evil of the two blue places.
That's true.
Because
my bad. Oh, do not call them out.
No, you're good. Call them out all you want. Seriously, yeah. It's just
Hopefully they pay us.
Yeah, no, it would be great if Kroger would pay us.
Sponsor this show. Yeah, sponsor this show.
Yeah, why not? This humble little pod.
You make tons of money. You probably made like 37% increase in profits this year too, just like everybody other fucking bullshit ass companies.
Right.
Yep.
They make money off of everybody affiliated with this pod because we all shop there.
Yep.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fuckers.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Anyway. So I saw that and I snagged that, and I gotta tell you, it's top tier.
So
top tier.
do you
usually?
Go ahead.
What? No, I was just gonna say. What I was gonna say is that usually I go for the ginger root beer or grape if they have grape, but they haven't had grape in years, so I just usually go with the ginger root beer.
All right, root beer or Cheeks? Is that a hot take?
Cheeks.
Wow.
Horrible. Horrible.
Wow.
Sir. I don't.
Cream soda.
I don't know how I feel about
Give me
that,
cream
Cory.
soda 1,000 times over, dude.
Okay, like if I'm ranking them, I'll take cream soda over root beer, but to go as far as saying root beer is Cheeks, that's egregious,
Cheeks.
sir.
Awful. So is Cheerwine, whatever that.
Yeah,
shit
I don't know
is.
if you can say root beer is Cheeks. Listen, see, I'm gonna go cream soda if I'm making a root beer float. But if I'm gonna drink it regular, I'm gonna go regular root beer.
Hold on. Challenge flag. So if you're making a root beer float, you're opting for cream soda. So that's an admission that cream soda is superior, yeah?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
I've never had a root beer float, admittedly, in 34 years. Is that weird?
What was your childhood, sir? What is this?
Oh my God!
I don't believe.
See, you can't even throw a challenge flag at this point. You don't even know.
I'll put it this
You
way:
don't
if
know
I
what the fuck
had
you're
one,
talking about, buddy.
if I had one, it wasn't memorable.
Well, then you definitely didn't have one because they are
Okay.
definitely memorable.
So there's root beer.
You definitely didn't have one. Then,
It's root beer and ice cream, is it not?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't see how
but
that's
also
good.
it's usually
What's the hesitation?
It's got to be made with love too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, anything made with love is better than anything made with hate. Chick-fil-A. But I'm proud of that one. I don't know, man. If I'm going ice cream, first of all, if we go treats, cake over ice cream all day for me. And I know that's kind of blasphemy, but I don't know, man. If I'm going ice cream, I don't want a soda in there, I feel like.
Well, I mean, again, you really got to be in the mood for it because
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
go ahead. You
so
take this.
here's the thing. Have you ever had ice cream cake?
Come on. Fuck yeah. Look at me, dude. I love ice cream cake. I am an ice cream cake.
All right.
Not really. I have put on a few more pounds because, I worked hard to lose a lot, and then the holidays happened, and here we are. But
In comfort.
yeah,
You got comfortable with the lady.
Yes.
Happens.
So, yeah, dude. No, I've had ice cream cake. I love it.
Okay, good. That's my go-to. Ice cream cake. I'm gonna have ice cream cake
For sure. That's the way to go. But I don't know, man. It's just something that's root beer floats never happened for me.
So
I feel
now-
like we need to try one now.
we need to figure that out.
Yeah, we should
Yeah.
try one. Now I don't want to like hype it up too much either because
Well, it's too late for that.
I'm 42 and I haven't had one like in a good couple of years.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. But the fact that you haven't had one is insane.
No, dude.
If you've not,
Yeah,
if you've had one or had one and just didn't like it,
definitely for sure on the roadie, we're gonna find somewhere and get a root beer float.
yeah,
We're okay.
in Nashville.
I will hold off on a root beer float until the roadie, just so you guys can pop the root beer float cherry, so to speak.
I mean,
feel like that should be an experience.
How do you feel about vanilla ice cream?
Overrated. It's so.
Even when you add it to pie, or in this case, a root beer float.
It's better when you add it to pie. I'm also self-aware enough to know that I'm coming off like an elitist dick here, but it's not that it's Cheeks or overrated, so to speak. But when you have,
I mean, it's fine, man. You like what you like.
Yeah,
but-
flavors of ice cream.
You're wrong. but
my thing
anyway.
is, you've got so many. I feel like back in the 1940s when you only had 3 flavors to choose from, vanilla was probably, I would go strawberry first, but vanilla would be not the last option. Now there's a plethora, dude. Why would I go vanilla when I can get something with pieces of a fucking brownie and a peanut butter cup in it? Do you see where I'm going with this?
Totally, but also,
No, yeah, for sure. I get it.
There's nothing like a good. Now, granted, you have to find a good one, like a good vanilla bean or a good French vanilla. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna free plug real quick. Turkey Hill vanilla bean. I will wreck that shit.
see, like,
Yeah,
it exists.
Turkey Hill does have some damn good ice cream for sure.
they do. They do. Shout out Turkey Hill. A lot of corporate sponsors in this week's episode.
Sponsor this pod.
Yeah.
Yes, sponsor pod. Yeah, dude. So I shouldn't say it's overrated. I'm just saying it's not. That ain't my first choice if I go ice cream, but I do enjoy a vanilla.
It probably wouldn't be my first. Like, it would take a lot for it to be my first choice. But occasionally, like, I don't want too much. You know, I don't want too much stuff in my ice cream.
That's true.
And
Yeah,
that's vanilla.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna choose, I'm gonna get something with chunks in it. You know, I'm gonna give me a cookie dough,
Dude, yeah.
Reese's, you know, Rocky Road, shit. I don't know, something.
Joe doesn't eat ice cream.
No, not at all.
I get after it from time to time. Not usually, but I get after it. But anyway, my point is, like, if it was going to be like, here's your options, chocolate or vanilla bean, I'm probably actually going to go vanilla bean.
Yep.
Agreed. I think chocolate of the Neapolitan flavors is a distant third.
Yeah, man. Like,
It's just very, get it out of here.
the chocolate's one, like, it's going to take a lot for me to choose chocolate.
Agreed. Strawberry all day, every day, dude. Strawberry's the way to go. Like I said, that Tillamook. Oh my God.
See, I'm not a strawberry fan. Not a strawberry fan.
Now I get to judge your taste.
I'd pass on that one. I'd pass. I'd be like, nah, you know what? I'm not going to have any.
Hard pass or a soft pass?
Hard pass.
Oh, wow.
He's coming strong for the strawberry.
Like,
yeah,
like hard pass. Like,
hard
ooh,
like a
you
penis.
could. Yeah, exactly. You could, like, I don't know, try to persuade me with I don't know, $1 million, and I'd be like, nah, I'm good, man. I don't want it.
So,
I don't want it.
What is your general sense on just strawberries, leaving the ice cream out of it?
The actual fruit I love.
Okay, so then
but ice cream, no, I don't like it.
What is Hot Joe's top 5 berries?
Top 5 berries? Oh,
Yeah.
Well, number one, blueberries.
Such a
Number
good
2 would have to be strawberries. That's be number 2. 3, I guess, would be probably a raspberry.
My man.
4 would be I only got 3. I don't want the other ones.
That's cool. You got the 2 in there that count. Blueberries and raspberries.
How do you feel about a blackberry, Joe?
What's that?
How do you feel about a blackberry?
Oh, yeah, you know what? Blackberries could be number 4.
There
I
you
like
go.
blackberries all right.
And a
Okay.
goji berry.
Dude, I was just
I've never
going
actually
to
had a
Google
goji berry.
types of berries.
But see, blackberries, to me, in my palate, can only have so much at a time. Otherwise, it's like too acidic in my mouth.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Too many blackberries.
agreed.
You gotta
Cranberries.
be careful of that.
Oh yeah, cranberries.
Yeah, I hate cranberries. Fuck that.
Oh, it doesn't like the tart.
Yeah, fuck you,
Nah.
cranberries.
No,
Um,
leave those out of it.
yeah, we'll leave those for suburban white women. I feel like they probably are. That's where most of the
Jesus.
cranberries, most of the cranberries of the world are sourced there. What's the best way
Okay.
to utilize a strawberry?
Say that again.
Like, what's the best way to utilize a strawberry smoothie? We know it's not ice cream for you now. You told us that. So what's the best way?
Best way? Yeah, I mean, just shit, man. You can throw it in the past, I've just eaten them right out of the carton. Otherwise, throw it in a Greek yogurt parfait, if you will.
Parfaits are so good.
You can always, yeah, you can always do that. That's gonna be my top 2 go-tos. I'm not really gonna get too fancy otherwise.
Fuck, I had another question I was going to ask, and it just escaped me. I fucking hate when that happens, particularly in the live microphones.
I mean, you could put a couple of slices on some pancakes, and it probably would work.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask. That is a good call as well. Do you eat the fuzzy shit on top of the strawberries?
No, you gotta toss that.
The leaves, yeah.
What?
Do you eat the fur that's on the strawberry?
Okay.
This has to be the most elementary pod. Fuzz.
You're welcome, whoever is listening to this.
Yes, you're welcome. How are you on textures when you eat, Joe? Do they offend you? I fucking hate textures, dude. Like,
not usually. No, not usually. No, because I just eat to perform. Generally.
Yeah. He's a very simple man.
I wish I could do that.
I'm simple.
I eat for fucking taste.
Me too. I gotta change that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
mean, don't get me wrong. I like food to taste good, but it doesn't have to taste good. Like when it does taste good, I'm like, oh, cool, this is great. But generally, I'm like, I just need to eat. I'm hungry.
Go-to cheat meal for you.
Go-to cheat meal.
Yeah, like it's cheat day, and you're like, I have one to cash in here and be as gross as I'd like.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably more often than not gonna be pizza.
Oh, dude.
Or more often than not, it's gonna be pizza. But sometimes I like to just get like 2 to 3 Wawa hoagies.
Oh,
yes.
And just go like so a lot of times a cheat, if you will, for me is just eating more than I normally would too. Whatever that might be, which in this case would be a Wawa hoagie, like chicken cheesesteak, just packed with all the things. And then I'm probably gonna add some type of cookie to that, or a Reese's, and a Coke Zero, a cherry Coke Zero. That's gonna be if we're talking about a Wawa cheat meal there.
Reese's is a good call. Can I ask one question though? So you're gonna eat that.
Yeah, go for it, bud.
You're gonna go hoagie, cookie, Reese's, and then you're gonna. What the fuck are you think you're doing with the Coke Zero? Why not just go full blown cherry Coke, man?
Because I don't want all that sugar, dude.
Dude,
he just doesn't want the sugar.
But you're having a Reese's and a cookie. I shouldn't be questioning your techniques, because look at the two of us side by side.
You see, that's already enough sugar. So I only want the taste of the soda without all the actual sugar.
I'm just being a heckler, man.
I know, and I'm just gonna give you the reasons. You're not gonna offend me.
No, I know, and that's why we love you. One of the reasons is not solely the only one. So Reese's has a lot to choose from. What's the one Reese's you're going for? Because there's a lot of orange in the candy aisle. There's only one answer to this.
Well, you know what I really loved? I loved when they were making Reese cups with Reese Pieces in them, but they don't fucking make them anymore. Now they're doing dumb shit like potato chips and whatever the fuck else they're doing.
Oh, I know.
That
dude.
Shit is terrible.
Yeah,
Bring back
awful.
the cups with the pieces in them.
Yes.
Keep it simple, Reese's. Like, what the fuck are you doing, actually?
Yeah, the chip cups were terrible. We had those about a year ago on the pod, and I think we got stale chips.
Chip cup, terrible. Pretzel cup, terrible.
Big cups, though, yeah?
Well, obviously the big cup, yeah. But I want big cup with pieces in it.
God, I love Reese's Pieces so much.
The big cup with the pieces is good. I try to go for the big cup, just the straight up one. That or a fast break.
Fast break is a clutch.
And also, I mean, fast break is good too. But also, just give me the original. I don't need white chocolate. I don't need whatever the hell else that they've done. Keep it simple. Just keep it simple.
No, agreed. I think, though, when you have the moment they came out with the big cup, the regular cup became irrelevant to me. That shit fell off my radar. V eats the regular cups. I'll buy those for her, but it's got to be the big cup, dude. But I also would bathe in peanut butter if I could.
You wouldn't get very clean.
No, I wouldn't. But yeah, dude.
Yeah, I like to be sticky and crunchy at the same time.
Fucking right, dude. Hey now. All right, man. Well, shit.
This has been great. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go and eat my dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, happy birthday, V.
She thanks you, I'm sure. Her shirt says thank you.
Yep.
I'm sure. Perfect. All right, dudes.
All right, brother.
All right, we love you, dude.
I love you back. Bye.
Bye. That is Hot Coach Joe.
That is our guy, Hot Coach Joe. Download the Hard Work Works fitness app, and our guy will get you right. He can't help you genetically, but he can help you physically.
Yeah.
Genetically, he was blessed. We don't know if you were or not, but he'll if anyone can, Hot Joe can.
I feel bad because I think we had a bad connection. Like it was, I
Yeah.
think there was just a bad delay.
I realized about 75% through that I was just badgering him with stupid shit. I think he regrets this decision to call in. This is the only time where we've gotten off the phone with him, and I was like, I don't think he had an optimal time here. Like, I could be wrong. I hope he had fun, but
We have to get him in person.
it's got to be, dude. It's got to be. That's why I tried in the group chat to nudge him, like, hey, man, couple weeks?
Yeah.
What are you doing? It's got to be an in-person thing, because that's the downside of a call-in. Our guy's walking around shirtless, being attractive, and he's gonna get distracted whenever a mirror,
Yep. It's got to
comes
stop.
by. Yeah, he's got to stop and look, as he should. And he's also doing stuff. He's preparing his steel trout for dinner. Fish is funny, dude. They get so specific with it, and it's like it all tastes the same. It's all fish. It all comes from underwater.
I think that's fair, unfortunately.
Yeah, it all tastes kind of similar to me.
Depending on how you prepare it, but yeah.
Yeah, agreed. But
I like a nice blackened tuna because that tastes different.
And see, I'm not well versed enough in seafood. Our seafood person, Maryland, isn't here today. She's a shirt, so that in memoriam of V's 20s, we have this display here in her usual seat. So, yeah, shout out to Hot Joe, who I feel like we wasted 20 minutes of his life.
Sorry.
Or at least I did, with top 5 berries and other assorted stupid shit. Well, yeah, and part of that though, I've got to heckle V here live because the plan was he was going to call in and do the thing, and the moment she was like, like I said, I tried to pull her away for a couple hours so she could, but she was like, no, I want to get this done. And I'm like, I get it, and I didn't want to say, well, Hot Joe
birthday celebrations.
Yeah, because if I told her, then she would have come, and it's just like.
But then the surprise is gone.
Right, exactly. And I didn't, it's like it can't happen unless it's a surprise.
Yeah.
So now Joe will just call in and we'll talk to him about goji berries.
That was a thing that happened.
Yes, it was. So there's that. And thing that happened also before we GTFO was the Birds won a game yesterday, man, and the Birds clinched a playoff berth. First team in the league, dude.
13 games in.
13 fucking games into an 18-week season.
That's
17-game season.
That's pretty impressive. Yet,
yeah,
friend, I was telling you this before we went on. People are still asking the question, like, how,
dude? I don't understand because at this point, it's like, what? I'm not even saying this as an Eagles fan. What the fuck else can they do?
They've beaten almost everybody that's been put in front of them.
Yeah. And I feel like even if the Commanders game was a win, those questions would still be there by the question answer.
Anybody.
Right.
And you're getting that from Cowboys fans who barely beat the Texans yesterday.
Yes. And who, by the way, we beat.
Yeah.
Head to head. So it's like realistically, again, you won the division last year. You get the first place schedule. Fuck off.
Yeah.
And the teams you play, as we've discussed, are set years in advance in terms of divisional rotation. It's so weird, dude, because I constantly have this thing where the cynical Eagles fan in me continues to wait for the week where I almost wake up from the dream and go, I knew it was too good to be true.
Mm.
I'm almost waiting for Jalen Hurts to fucking shit all over himself and have a game where he throws 3-4 picks or whatever. And it just hasn't happened, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I find myself now completely trusting this dude who, you know, a year ago, I'm like, not even a year ago, 6 months ago before the season started, I wasn't sold on this dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, based off of what I saw last year, like, he's a high-end backup. Maybe he'll be a low-end starter, but I didn't see him turn into this shit.
Yeah.
And, of course, you hear in training camp, well, he's working his ass off, because everybody says that about every player with the exception of maybe like Jamarcus Russell, because no coach is going to come out and go, yeah, our guy's work ethic kind of not there. Like, of course they're going to say all the right things. That's why they're press conferences. That's why a lot of times they're bullshit. And it's the players and the talent expose themselves for whether or not the coach was legit or full of shit. And Hurts is he's proven. He's worked his ass off, dude, and he's improved immensely. Like, we were saying before we come on, dude, the MVP is either him, Burrow, or Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be, dude. And the slip-up hasn't happened yet. We go to Chicago, you know, this coming week, 3-game road trip, and it's like, it's I found myself today as I was talking to my guy Matt this morning. I was like, you know what, man? While I'm waiting for that slip up, the other part of me now, this side of the Super Bowl, is like, especially with how relatively quickly after the Super Bowl it kind of went sideways.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy this shit.
Yeah, dude.
Enjoy the fucking ride, dude. Like, you with the devs. Like, and I'm certainly not trying to jinx either of us, because let's face it, you guys aren't in the Flyers' way.
No.
We're in our own way. So
Yeah.
I'm rooting for you guys. And, you know, these things don't last forever.
Mm-mm.
They don't. And when they happen, that was what I wish I had been able to enjoy Super Bowl 52 and that whole run a little bit more, because I was so cynical leading up to that it was just like, and then Carson got hurt, and I'm like,
there it is.
there we go. We're fucked. And I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. I cried like a baby, as many Eagles fans did. But I feel like you have a different perspective once it's happened.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to enjoy it, dude. And even if, and I hope let's face it, what's going to happen is going to happen. What I say into this microphone isn't really going to affect shit, but when you're superstitious, you believe it does.
Mm-hmm.
Even if we do get bounced in the fucking NFC Championship or whatever the case may be, even if we fucking get the first round bye and clinch it and we get bounced in the divisional round, yes, I'm going to be fucking crestfallen and I'm going to be disappointed and I'm going to be fucking pissed. But this has been fun, dude. This has been
good.
Fun, man. Like, I haven't had this much fun during a football season for a long fucking time. And I think it's the one parallel I will draw personally from this to, and if you're an Eagles fan listening, feel free to comment, or you know, how you felt the year of the Super Bowl. Because for me, going into that year, I didn't think I was like, we'll probably be a playoff team, maybe a wild card, but I thought that year we were about a year away from being a Super Bowl contender, because it was Carson's second year.
Right.
So it was like, okay, let him get a fucking another year under his belt, and then, you know, hit the ground running his third year. And now it's like it's Hurts' second season as a full-time starter. And, you know, fuck, man. Like, I say this with caution because I said it a couple years ago when we started this thing. We've got the franchise quarterback, dude.
Yeah.
We've got him. And it's now, you've got 2 first-round picks. New Orleans has, I believe, unless it's changed, and I think they were on a bye yesterday. Not positive, but New Orleans had a top 5 pick, so we're going to have, that's ours, plus wherever we pick. Like, there's going to be a lot of contracts coming up in free agency, but some of those dudes will take less, and it's up to Howie to work his magic, which he's great with the cap. He's great in trades. The only area where he gaffes tremendously sometimes is the fucking draft. And for that, then again, he also hits home runs sometimes as well. So it's like we say, are you going to get good or bad, Howie? And it was fucking great to go out and just house the fucking Giants the way that we did, because it was, in my mind, I'm like, all right, is it going to be great? Tough game. The Giants are a little tougher than everybody thought they'd be. Second loss of the year to it. They've lost to his division teams, and I'm like, here we fucking go. And that's just years of trauma and PTSD coming back. Of it you never believe it until the clock hits zero, and it is what it is. And you blink yesterday and it was 21-0, and you're just like, this is fucking unreal, dude. This is fucking unreal. Like, the offense can score with anybody. The defense, even without Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, who led the league in picks, is stopping teams and shutting them down without creating turnovers. You don't need the interceptions every week, 2-3 of them. You're getting sacks, and there were a bunch more of them yesterday. The Eagles lead the league in third down sacks. I can't remember where I saw that stat, or I'd credit them, but it's just like, and it makes sense. And everything's starting to click. Sirianni is the perfect fucking coach for this team. He's such a player's coach. Dudes love playing for him, you can tell, man. And he treats them like adults. And this side of the fertilizer comment, he's won this city over, dude. He's won this fan base over. For all the people that wanted to whatever, we're 19-4 since he compared us to flowers. I mean, say what you want, but maybe the fertilizer speech worked, man. I don't know, but he's the perfect coach for this team, dude. Hurts is the perfect quarterback for this locker room. It's fucking insane the way it's worked out, and I kind of wish that we could erase from history the first year and a half of the pod when I was Carson guy and I was like, the Jalen Hurts pick is the dumbest thing ever. And I say that in jest, but because that was my opinion at the time. But
how could you know? When
you talk into these like we do, man, it's like you know what you can't do? Forecast. Really. You try to, but I was fucking wrong, dude. And as it turns out, it was probably the best thing that could have happened. And hats off to Howie for it. Same with the Jordan Davis pick. I was mad as fuck in April when we traded up and passed on Kyle Hamilton. Now, that dude's a fucking stud, man. He's a stud. I mean, he came back and, he's not 100% yet, but they're going to rest him up because you want him to be 100% for the playoffs, because when he's there, he's a problem. He's a guy that you have to game plan around on defense, and even if he's not in there every single down, you have to account for him when he's there. So I don't know, man. I'm sitting here and I'm like, we're 12-1. We clinched, and holy shit. But enjoy these next couple weeks, because when the playoffs come, it is do or die, and you never know. And there is some truth to when the playoffs come. If you got that first round bye, then you have the rust versus rest conversation. That week gives you an extra week to get guys healthy that you had hurt. But then again, that shit's it's a classic debate for a reason. Is the bye good, or are you better off playing and staying in the flow of shit?
Motion.
Right, dude. So, who knows how it'll play out. The way it's worked out, I mean, I think with Hurts and with Sirianni and the group of guys, the veterans that we have, Kelsey, Brandon Graham, Lane Johnson, I think it could work out to where it wouldn't be an issue, but you still want to see it happen. And the competition in the playoffs is always more significant than it is in the regular season, because unlike hockey and the other sports, it's not a fucking series. You play one game and you're done. And so if you have an off game, there's not, well, we'll see you on Tuesday. No, we'll see you in September, motherfucker.
Yep, you're done.
So I think this team has the makeup for it, dude. They continue to prove week in and week out. I don't care what anybody says. If they aren't the best team in football, they're right the fuck there. So they're right there.
I only have one question before we wrap.
Yes.
And this kind of goes with what you were just talking about with the first round bye. At this point, do you hope they run the table, or do you just want them to play like they've been playing and you take the L's if they come?
If we take a loss, I want it to be ideally getting that one to Washington. I think that takes the pressure off of being undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to drop one, though, I hope it's this week to Chicago, and here's why. You don't want to lose a division game.
Right.
Because that always weighs more than losing to a team like Chicago that's random as fuck and who cares. And it's not going to get in your way. Chicago's done. They've been done. Who gives a shit? The idiots in the comments on Facebook and the internet will laugh on Twitter, whatever.
Right.
Oh, the Eagles lost. Fuck you. It doesn't matter.
No.
But you don't want to lose to Dallas. You don't want to lose to the Giants. And you don't want to lose to New Orleans because we have their picks. So the more losses they pile up, the higher we pick. So if we're going to lose one, let it be Chicago. But I'd like to see him run the table just because the Super Bowl year in 2017, and this is one of those dumb things that I don't think players really give a shit about that fans do. The Eagles' best record, and again, is different because 16 games versus 17 now.
Mm-hmm.
Our best record of all time was 13-3.
Mm-hmm.
And going into week 17 at the time, final game of the year against Dallas, we had already clinched, locked up the first round by everything. Nothing was going to change, win or lose. So Doug Peterson sat, I don't remember offhand, but essentially everybody. And we rolled out kind of a scout team, a preseason, week 4 squad against Dallas, who also had injuries or whatever, but they weren't playing for anything either. They weren't going to be in the playoffs. We weren't trying to keep them out. So the game literally meant nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But if we won, we would have been 14-2, which would have been our best record over the 13-3, which was from 2005, the Super Bowl year previously, where we lost to Brady in Super Bowl 39. I wanted to be 14-2 as a fan, drinking fucking car bombs on my couch. I cared about that more than I think the players did, because Chris Long since come out and been like, that game sucked. We were on the bench. It was cold as fuck. We were miserable. So, I mean, I cared more about that than they did. So, selfishly, I think it would be, and I'm sure for them too, 16-1 is awesome.
Yeah.
Especially if you do run the table all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're talking, you're in the conversation historically at that point, because the 18-1 Patriots, their one came in the Super Bowl.
Right.
If you go all the way and you cap it off with the Lombardi, now you're in the conversation.
You have to be.
You're not the 72 Dolphins. Nobody's ever going to be until they finish undefeated, even though it's a 14-game schedule there and everything else. But that's just that. They are anointed until somebody else does it, and that's the way it is. But you're fucking right there, dude. You're talking history. Like, it's indisputable. You can talk about, like, that 2017 Eagles team had arguably one of the best offensive lines of all time, and that year alone, the offensive line was fucking hot. I mean, historically good. But that's arguable. That's a bar debate, even though these fuckers put an end to that now. The fun of the bar debate's done. How I Met Your Mother did an episode about that. But at that point, if you go 18-1, nobody can fucking argue. Nobody can fucking argue. Like, you're right there, and fuck off. So for that, I would love to see it happen. But if there has to be a loss karmically out there, if the football gods are listening, let it be Chicago. And
get it out of the way.
You can kind of hit, hopefully, with another 3-game streak and go back into the playoffs kind of on a, re-hot. But it's like we're heating up now to the point of we're on a tear, and it's like you don't want to see it end. Because at this point, I mean, I'm not just saying this as a fan, but any team, for lack of a better term, would be scared to play the Eagles. And I don't mean scared as in, like, not to reference.
It's just somebody you don't want to come across.
You don't,
the Lions
dude.
right now.
Exactly.
You don't want to come across the Lions right now.
They're fucking hot, dude.
Yeah.
And there's something to momentum is fucking real, dude. And we've got it. And it's the beauty of it all is we control our own destiny. And that's a beautiful thing to have. So, you know what else is a beautiful thing to have? Your eyes and ears, viewers and listeners. Thank you for being here. It's been a longer episode than we planned on, and that is on me for dragging that out with Hot Joe. So I'll try and do better next time. There's that. Chicago this week as the Birds continue the road trip, as we said. So hopefully we come back here next week, 13-1. Hit the subscribe button on the YouTube page. And, yeah, we will see you back here next week, next Monday, hopefully, for another Victory Monday. As always, go Birds.
Yo, how'd Barkley put it? Looking like another grease pole night in Philly.
Facts.
Birds.
Yeah!